In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to find discounted off-market real estate deals that you can wholesale or do whatever you want to do with them without just sitting there and having to lowball sellers all day, because no one wants to do that. So let's get right into the video. Today, I want to talk to you about specifically one thing. It's one of the main questions that I get asked is, can I just sit around and lowball sellers and expect to do deals? Because so many of you guys, if you're on your wholesale called off-market real estate journey, you're sitting around all day, you're lowballing sellers and nothing's happening. And the real reason that nothing's happening is because sellers have gotten more educated in regards to what they can get paid, especially as the markets turn. They feel like they have a lot of leverage back. So I'm going to teach you two things here. One, I'm going to teach you how to get in contact with the most motivated sellers, and then I'm going to teach you how to negotiate with the most motivated sellers. The number one thing is, how do you find these sellers, right? Because everyone wants to work with motivated sellers that want to sell, not just tire kickers, right? So my favorite way is to break up the people you're marketing to into three buckets: urgent motivation, and low motivation. So your urgent motivation buckets, things like they're going through a divorce, tax delinquency, a pre-foreclosure, they own a rental property but they live out of the state, the home's vacant, things of that nature. That's the first box you want to tackle. And the way you're going to do that, especially if you're starting out, is with cold calling. So there's two ways you can cold call, and we'll get into that in a second. So where do you get these lists, these urgent motivation lists? Well, you can go to Propstream.com, right, which you can see right here, or you can use my link below to get a discount on your first month. Propstream.com is going to allow you to pull vacant properties, absentee out-of-state owners, tax delinquent owners, pretty much any owner that has significant motivation they're looking to sell. Now, it's not the most accurate, so step number two would be going to your actual county, because there's the Freedom of Information Act in most states, which you can access that information. So for those type of lists, you can also go to Foreclosures Daily. Foreclosuresdaily.com is also going to give you a ton of different tools and resources to pull motivated leads on a daily basis. Second bucket, so that was urgent motivation, just this general absentee, maybe you're high equity, maybe you're long-term ownership. These are people that actually don't have urgent motivation, but they still have some motivation. So for sources of like this, we're going to go to listsource.com. We can still use Propstream, and I put previous videos out on me screen sharing and showing you exactly how. Number three, one of the most important is, as after you get through those two, you still have to have more leads. So number three is your low motivations. This will just be one filter, like they have a lot of equity, or they have negative equity, or low equity, or it's a long-term ownership, and you can still pull those through ListSource or Propstream. Now, the secret sauce list is what's called your tier 3 list. So your tier 3 list is going to be records that have 3 or more indicators of needing to sell. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to get a software called reisift.com, then you're going to go get your list, then you're going to skip trace it using easy button skiptrace.com right here, and you can import them into reisift.com. And the powerful thing about reisift.com is it's going to tell you exactly which properties show up on multiple lists. So now you're going to find properties that are on list A, list B, and list C that are amazing to start marketing to right away, that are going to change your business. So now you can take those lists, import them into a service like Batch Dialer. You want to cold call yourself, or you can go hire a cold call through a service like easy button skiptrace.com. It'll change your life. Now we know how to find the seller leads that are actually motivated. We know how to negotiate with them, and I call this real-time price-based negotiation. So instead of calling a seller and just making lowball offers, we're going to educate them on the market. So the best way to do this is, the number one question you want to ask if you're talking to a guy named Bob is, hey Bob, if I gave you a $30,000 to $50,000 gift card to go to Home Depot, what would you spend that on to improve your home? Number two, now what you want to do is you want to use actual price data to negotiate, and you want to find recently sold properties on that street or within half a mile that have sold in the last 3 months, and you're going to use those data points to negotiate with Bob. So instead of just saying, hey Bob, I'm going to offer you $400,000, we walk him through, hey Bob, we are a for-profit company, I'm going to explain to you why we're offering you $400,000. Even, do you know 123 Northwest Ave? He's going to go, yeah, that was Susie's house, she sold that, she was my neighbor for 7 years. Well, Bob, Susie's home sold for $550,000. Yeah, that's why I think my home's worth $550,000. But yeah, but look at the pictures online. Wouldn't you say that's probably in better condition based off what you're telling me? Yeah, it's in way better condition. Well, awesome. Now you just got Bob to admit that he's going to be below that $550,000 because you price anchored him on real-time price data. So you'd walk him through 2, 3, 4, 5 of those properties. You'd walk them through recent comparables and help him price anchor himself to realistic pricing. That's the best way in 2024 to get deals done. So if you are looking to do more wholesale deals or build your off-market pipeline, you don't need to sit around and make lowball offers off Zillow or to agents. Step one is knowing how to get in contact with motivated prospects, which I talked about. And step two, once you're actually getting in contact with them, is knowing how to negotiate by using real-time market data, not just throwing random lowballs out. And you'll have a much higher success rate. So if you want the calculator we use to underwrite these deals, and you also want our 7-figure closing script for free, you can comment below on this YouTube video, a script, and my team will comment back the link to download both of those. So if you're new to this channel, again, I put out videos like this every single week. You can click the subscribe button and I'll constantly be bringing you more tips and tricks on how to find more off-market deals, build call centers, build a global talent, and really, in my opinion, build and leverage the best tools to making money in 2024.